Alright, welcome back to channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create a shared element transition. This is a animation that you can see in Instagram app Explorer page where you press on an item and it kind of scales up and navigates to a different page. Here is the example, finished version of what we are going to do. So once we press, the item scales up and changes the navigation, and it navigates us to the detail screen. By clicking title here, we can navigate back. We are going to be building this, and let's do some coding. So I'm gonna cd into my desktop, cd YouTube, and I'm gonna say npx create expo app dash templates, and it's gonna be a blank TypeScript app, and the name is going to be shared element transition. Let's install this and be right back. So everything is installed right now, and I opened up the project in Visual Studio Code. Now we need to install these libraries so that we can create our shared element transition, and we need here React Native shared element and React Navigation shared element. So these are crucial to have at the moment. So let's install this and be right back. My library is now installed. I need to change script to this, and I'm gonna share both this script section and the libraries that I used in the section down below, comment section in the description, and you can find the full project repository as a GitHub repo in the description. And the reason we need to change the scripts is by default our app, once we run it, it starts within Expo Go app, but we need the application build version itself directly within our simulator. So that's why we need to change this. So I'm gonna say npm run iOS, and it is gonna build our application within our simulator. So now it's asking what would like your iOS bundle identifier to be. Let's say shared element transition is okay. It doesn't matter for this tutorial since we are not building a real life app. So our application is up and running right now. It took a while for iOS dependencies to be installed, and let's go and create our source folder. We need a stack and screens folder. The rest is okay. So ss stack, let's call appstack.tsx, and also we need a types.d.ts file, and in that types.ts file, let's export type app stack params, and we're gonna have a home screen which will have undefined, and details screen which will have an item, and this item will be export type book, and I'm gonna get it, and this is our book type, and here we will have our book type. While navigating, we will be navigating with the detail of the item that we are rendering, and we will have a constant data constants, let's say ts export, or this is the data that I have. You can get it from the repository that I will be shared the link of in the description, and let's save this. Let's go to the app stack. So everything is gonna be starting up here. So here we will say const app, and we are going to be create a shared element stack navigator instead of a standard create stack navigator from React Navigation. We will get it from React Navigation shared element in order to be able to handle the all transitions, and we're gonna give this type of app stack params, and we're gonna say export const app stack, which will actually return the app dot navigator, and it will have app dot screen, and the name of that will be home screen. And let's go our create our screens, home screen dot tsx tsrnfs, save, details screen dot tsx tsrnfs, save. Let's come back here. Component will be home screen, copy and paste, and this is gonna be the details screen. And let's import. Why it is not importing details screen instead of details screen? That's why. That's okay. Save. So if we go back to our app.tsx file, we will have this here, which we can remove and say navigation container, and it will have the app stack inside of it. Save. That is looking good so far. Let's give screen options header shown false. That is okay. And let's say that, so here in our home screen, let's put some safe area view from safe area context, and let's give edges as left and right. Let's put a flat list to render out our items, and our data will be books that we saved earlier, and the render item is going to be, render item is going to be a function that returns a touchable opacity, and we are going to be taking the item and indexing here. Let's say key is going to be the index, and let's create some styling render item, and our render item will be align self center. Width is going to be dimensions dot get screen dot width times 0.5, margin vertical is going to be 15, align items center, and justify content is going to be centered. Let's give this styling to our touchable opacity. Style equals styles.render item, and here the other key thing is, let's render the item first, and it's gonna be an image, React Native image, and the source of this is going to be URI item.image. Style is going to be styles.image, which we will be creating now. We will say width 100% is okay, I guess. Height is, let's say, dimensions dot get width height times 0.3, let's say, and save. And let's give a content container style to this, but it's gonna be an inline style because we're gonna be using, sorry, a hook which is const safe area insets, which will come use safe from safe area insets, and we will give a margin top, align items center. Okay, this is gonna be affecting our text, which we are going to be putting here now. Item not title, style item styles dot title, font weight bold, font size 20, text align center. What did it? This width is, let's change our width to this. Maybe we can make this like that as well. Or yeah, this is much better. So our styling is looking fine for now. We have a small issue there which we can solve by margin bottom times 2, padding bottom. Yeah, padding bottom works. Let's navigate without the transition first, and on press of this we're gonna say, so we are properly typed our props here so that we can use TypeScript efficiently, and we're gonna say navigation.navigate to detail screen with item of item. So since the both names are same, both variable names are same, JavaScript understands that, TypeScript understands that, and we don't need to type item. So this is okay. Let's navigate. As you can see, we are navigating without any transition. Let's go to detail screen and create our styling there. And to do that, we are going to be taking the same typing from here, and we will say abstract proms import, and this is going to be detail screen, navigation route, and we will say image source. What we didn't import, source is going to be route, or we can destructure from here that const equals route that I cannot write today, params, and we will extract the item here, and item dot URI is going to be item dot image, and we will have a title. Obviously it's going to be item dot title, and the styling for these guys, we are going to do image. Let's make the width as dimensions dot get screen dot width. It's gonna be full width, and besides that, aspect ratio 1:1, so it's gonna be a square, and resize mode is going to be cover. Like, yes, it's gonna be a cover. Save. Let's try to see. Oh, we didn't give the styling, so that's why style is going to be styles.image. Save. Now you can see, and let's create a text. It's which going to be font weight is going to be bold, and font size 30, let's say. And let's put our styling here, styles dot text. Save. Text align center is gonna be a better option here. Okay, everything is fine, but we want on press of this text, we want to go back. So I'm going to say navigation dot go back, and when I press, it's going to navigate me to back our list screen. So currently what we have is a pretty basic navigation. We are going to enhance that, and we are going to make a transition with shared elements. So to do that, we need to start from the way we create our screen here. As you know, as you realize, we created a shared element stack navigator, which works perfectly same with other navigator, stack navigator. But here is the detail that we need to make is this, since we are navigating this detail screen, and the way we are wanting to create transition animation while navigating the detail screen, that's why we need to give some options to this detail screen. And since we created the stack with create shared element stack navigator, this app.screen component get a shared element props, which is going to be a function, and this function takes route and then other route and then a showing value, and this here we will be distracting the item that we are passing through while we are navigating. So this will take actually route params, and same like we did within the detail screen, it's gonna give me the item. So let's return an array so that this warning here is going to be removed. So this expects a array, either it will have a string or an object, which I will be showing to you guys in a few minutes. So our item is distracted from route params. Let's give a string with template string, and let's say item dot title here. And the reason why we did this is while navigating we need to specify which item we want to create transition with. So in this case we are aiming to create a transition with image, so we're gonna wrap this with shared element component, which will be imported from React Native shared element, React Navigation shared element, sorry, and paste this within, and this is expecting an ID, and this ID must match the one with the value you passed here. So since we are creating something dynamic here, because each item has a different title, and we want to be creating a transition with each item, that's why we need to pass this value as item.title. Save, and we need to do this. We need to do same thing within our detail screen, so that React Navigation shared element library will know that these two guys are creating the transition. So this here we can get item.title, save. Let's refresh just in case and try to see. And as you can see, our transition works perfectly fine. Once we are pressed the item, this image is scrolls and gets current styling of this screen. And once we go back, it slides back its place. So we can try another one. And as you can see, everything is working fine here. So this is actually pretty straightforward and quite simple to do. You need to add this shared element prop to the screen that you are creating transition with, and you need to return this unique value for each item. And in case of you are wanting to create multiple transition element, what you can do here is you can wrap the next item that you wanna create transition with, and you can say item.id, for example, maybe, and also you gotta do the same thing here. As you probably can tell, it's gonna be shared element, and the ID of that is going to be item.id, save. This is not gonna work because I didn't pass the value here. Let's try it out. As you can see, it slides from right instead of creating a transition like the image does. So here we need to do item.id, save, refresh, And as you can see, but there's a glitch on that, so we can actually manipulate this. Instead of passing the string here, as I said before, you can pass an object as well. But in that case, you need to give an ID, which is the value that we are previously giving, and you have an option of animation here, and you need to do a fade animation on that. And if I now try, and as you can see, everything works perfectly fine. If you try fade in, fade out, you will see that there's gonna be a still glitch. So I don't recommend that. You can try it out and see yourself. To achieve an animation like Instagram has, it's need a few more adjustments. If you want to see a tutorial on that and you want to see how you can do that, leave a comment down below and subscribe and let me know so that I can create such tutorial. And the reason why I didn't try the React Native Reanimated is it pretty much sucks for shared element transition. It doesn't work. I tried a few times, and I've been using this React navigation shared element library for the past few years actually, and this is working quite fine for now for me. But in the future, you might have issues since both React Native changed the structure from bridge, and currently this library is not being maintained actively. So that's why in the future you might have issues. Like if you are, for example, watching this in 2026, I should recommend you to go check React Native Reanimated page. I might have a video on that maybe in the time you are watching this. But yeah, with React Nation shared element library, this is quite simple. I'll be sharing the GitHub repository in the description. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.